What's up, guys? Welcome to Kind of Funny's live reactions for Google Stadia Connect April 2020. I'm Tim Gettys, joined by one of the coolest dudes in video games, Greg Miller.
That's me, Greg Miller. How are you, Tim?
Fantastic, man. It's earlier than I want it to be.
It is earlier than you want it to be. It's earlier than we all want it to be.
It is. And Google still not giving us the link. We don't even know where the stream is. They tell me 9 a.m.
Click on it, Kev.
It's got it? Finally.
Yeah.
Weird way to do this.
Very weird. It looks like it's just on demand. It doesn't.
It's just a video. They just put out.
Where is
it?
It's on their Twitter. I'm sending you the YouTube link in Slack. Boom,
interesting.
Boom. There you go.
We've never seen something like that before. I wonder why they would do that.
16 minutes, 32 seconds. Let's live react to it.
Let's go, dog.
Tim, what's your hype level?
My hype level 0, which is probably a good place to be.
Sure.
This type of thing, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a cool surprise.
We hope they change that. Due to COVID-19, some of the dates and news may change. No wrong. Kevin, can we get volume?
Sorry, 2 seconds, guys. Remember,
do your thing.
Yeah, I
flipped
it over.
Home. Yeah, I understand. Luckily, it's not even live.
No, yeah, it's so funny.
PUBG, we're watching and talking over. Who cares? How you guys doing? YouTube.com/kindoffunnygames.
Okay, sorry about that. We're all good now.
She got a parrot.
Holy crap,
Hello,
she has a parrot.
I'm Phil, and welcome to today's Stadia Connect. In every Stadia Connect, we aim to share the latest news about playing games on Stadia and how the platform is evolving and growing. You can see right away that there's something different about this Connect. Like many of you, I'm spending all of my time at home, and so are the rest of the Stadia team. During this unique time when we are feeling confined, games enable us to explore and connect in really meaningful ways. Playing games at home, we can step outside through our imaginations into fantastic worlds. Playing with friends together online bridges the physical barriers between us. Whether it's with friends down the street, across town, or around the world, games can be a great connector. A few weeks ago, we opened up Stadia to everyone in our 14 launch countries to experience Stadia for free, and included a number of free games players can enjoy with Stadia Pro for 2 months on us. If you haven't yet begun playing games free on Stadia, we welcome you to join in today. You can play across a number of screens, including on devices you already own. Get playing in a matter of seconds with a Gmail account and a connection to the internet. Today, you can begin playing games on Stadia 2 ways. The first, we're giving everyone new to Stadia 2 months of free games through Stadia Pro, and we've already extended free Stadia Pro for existing members for 2 months as well. You can start playing all of those games right away across your compatible devices without waiting for installs, downloads, or updates. And remember, you don't have to buy anything to start playing these games. The second option is to simply buy the games you want directly from the Stadia store. Your access to those games will never expire, so you'll always be able to play them. When Stadia is free, you just pay for the games. So that's 2 ways you can choose to build your gaming collection with Stadia. 1, claiming free games through Stadia Pro, and 2, purchasing individual games through our store. Over the last few months, we've been constantly adding new games to Stadia, and I'm really happy to announce that we are bringing 5 games from Electronic Arts to Stadia as part of our partnership. It all starts with Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order coming this fall, followed by Madden NFL and FIFA. We're excited to bring these hugely popular franchises to our players on Stadia in 2020 and beyond. And we'll have more news to share about EA games on Stadia later this year. Now we're going to show you just a few of the more than 100 new games you can play in 2020 on Stadia. I'd like to invite some of the Stadia team to tell you all about them. Over to you, Erin.
Hi, I'm Erin. I have one of the coolest jobs in the world, working with developers to build features that unlock gaming experiences only possible on Stadia. Today, we're shining a spotlight on great games from devs big and small that you'll be able to play on Stadia. We'll start with one of the most energetic and critically acclaimed shooters of the year, the incredible Doom Eternal from the team at id Software.
A lot of reiterating for a 16-minute video, you know what I mean?
This is brand new information. Doom Eternal, all right? Wake me when you play this on your PlayStation 4, all right? maybe you've heard of it, Tim, huh?
Mhm.
If you haven't started playing Doom Eternal yet, you're missing out. It's ready to buy and play right now on Stadia. Now, here's a world of beauty and intrigue arriving today for purchase on the Stadia store.
Hey!
What a soundtrack.
A world of knowledge awaits.
New award-winning RPG comes to Stadia.
This should be fun.
Has this been ported anywhere else?
I don't think so. That's what I was trying to think, right? It was only on Switch. There was a PC port, no?
This world is full of mysteries.
I think it was Switch, then PC, and now Stadia. Chat, let me know. Yeah, it's on Steam, says Max Payne.
Cool.
Ready for you?
Now that we have Final Fantasy VII Remake, I want a Final Fantasy VI Remake into this time, right? We don't know how good it would be. It would be.
You're right, I don't. But I know that Octopath is great. I love Octopath.
This is our chance.
Kev, is there some way that I can hear Greg more?
Now, let's see a game coming soon to the Stadia store. Creation and destruction collide in Rock of Ages 3.
I think if you right-click on his image, on his video, you can do user audio.
In the chat, Adam Guest 1985 says, Jesus Christ, why?
Let's talk for a second about our free games with Stadia Pro. Steamroll
talk about it.
Heist, The Turing Test, and Zombie Army 4 Dead War are all available to claim with Stadia Pro for free starting in May. Additionally, a new campaign mission add-on
big
for Zombie
yikes.
Army 4 will be available to buy on the Stadia store soon. Let's find out more.
Zombie Army 4, of course, a game we played on PSN and UXOXM as part of the 104 PSN games ranked. The compliment we gave it up, it really made us want to go and play World War Z.
There you go.
Hey, no, you are a little quiet. Can you bring the mic closer? Or...
Waka 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 waka. Me, Greg Miller, talking to you. Hey, 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 hey.
Not hearing much of a difference.
Yeah, well, that's what you get.
All right.
The Batman.
Do you think we see any exclusive games at all?
You have to have at least one, right? I don't think it's going to be a great one or a giant AAA thing, but come on.
I'm especially happy to share this one, a First-on-Stadia game about making games and then playing them with your friends.
First on Stadia. Build with your man.
This doesn't look like anything I've seen before.
I've never seen anything with a graphic style like this. Look at that code. Share with more. Cardboard. Craven.
Play a different game.
Let's take a look at Wave Break, coming first on Stadia.
Wave Break. That sounds like my scene. Oh, we've seen this before. Wave Race mixed with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Let's go, baby.
Oh my god, the soundtrack.
Is this made by the guys that did the Bear Drift game?
Yeah,
It
the
looks
bears.
like it, right? It does look like the Bears Can't Drift game.
Bears Can't Drift, yeah. That's a bear for sure.
I can confirm we have a bear. I've seen a
I'm going to
bear.
hand the next part of the presentation off to my friend Catherine, another member of the Stadia team.
Hi, I'm Catherine. I'm lucky to be one of the hundreds of people working every day on making Stadia a great place for gamers. Many of you have reached out to share your Stadia stories. Take a look.
Tim, did you send in your video?
I don't think they're gonna play mine.
The thing
There's a
that
bear.
surprises me the most about Google Stadia.
It's somehow the cut of what just happened. There's a bear.
No updates,
Lack of load time.
no installs.
Instant, it's fast.
None of that exists on Stadia. You just click and
Yo, this
play.
is really bad.
I'm off. I can load up
What do you
games
mean,
in the
really
instant
bad? You're not
within
having
no
a great time right now?
whatsoever.
I really love the ease of that.
Dude, we just saw a trailer for
As
Doom
a mon,
Eternal,
as a business
Tim.
owner,
It's
it's
Doom
I just think
Eternal.
it's such a
Just
bad
sit
look
down and
when
play
your
a
shit's
game.
not
But what's cool
working
about
well
Stadia
to
is it
have
lets
a
you just start
60-minute
exactly
announcement
from where it
video
was before.
and then take up time having people say, "Oh, it's working." Nah, tone down.
Well, the problem is, right, and correct me if I'm wrong, the shit's not working, like, and I, you know, have used it at launch and that. The tech for Stadia seems to work. It's just that there's no way.
I can access my.
That's not
stuff
the problem. It
from
seems like
Wherever
that.
I am.
It's never looked good for me.
Sure. No. So, okay, yeah, I'm not
So,
saying.
yeah, but like I mean,
I'm-
that's to me that's not working. You know?
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, there was the whole thing with 4K. They promised.
Right. Where it's like if I have the choice on what system I want to play,
Sure.
the Stadia right now the
Launching
easiest.
Stadia was exciting, but it was also just the beginning of our work. In fact, since November, we've rolled out constant upgrades to Stadia, all without you having to wait for a single system update. Now, let's take a look at a few games where teamwork counts most. It's time for you and your friends to become firefighters in Ember.
Residents are trapped in a burning building on 124th Street. We caught up with an Ember responder about to head inside.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be saving John, so I really better be going.
It kind of looks fun.
Yeah, this looks fun.
John.
Oh, John, get off the John.
Get
John.
off! Aw.
Oh my God,
Oh my
John.
Jesus!
Oh my Jesus.
Great news for John, some more brave responders have come to help. There's just no reason to use traditional services when you've got Ember. This just in. John is about to rate his exceptional Ember experience.
1 star? Are you
Join Ember, the emergency services revolution, and become a responder this May.
Let's take a peek at another First-on-Stadia game where players work together to get moving.
I was the Reaper says, "Son of a bitch, I'm in."
It's one of that, and that's like, always the thing of like, all right, which moving game is this?
Yep. Wait, is this a new one?
It might be a new one.
This is a third one.
Well, what's the other one? Moving out just came out. And that's from our boys. It's just weird. I guess it's not weird, but it's crazy that people look at Overcooked and like 3 different teams are like, let's make it about moving. Like, let's do that.
A lot of trampolines in this.
Totally reliable delivery service is the other one, says Annabelle. It's just a good call.
It'd be cool if some company like utilized the things that made Stadia special, like the fact that you could have supposedly like a ton of people. Like, what if it was a whole apartment building that was moving out at the same time? You know?
Sure.
I'm Andre. Over the last few months, I've talked with many of you online, listening to your feedback and answering some of your questions. You've already seen a lot of great games during the Stadia Connect. We've got a final announcement. We've been looking forward to sharing new ways that Stadia can make world-class games available to more people. Today, we're thrilled to bring you a fantastic hit game you can play right away on Stadia without waiting for a download and without needing to pay for anything. A massive game that you and your friends can enjoy together for free, right now on devices you already own.
PUBG. Stadia. Free. Now.
It's crazy, man. Like, remember a time like this would have been such a big deal?
Right.
Like, I swear, PUBG was a story on Games Daily for 400 days in a row.
Yes, it was. People were very pissed off. Do I still have to connect a USB-C fucking cable to my phone to the controller to use Stadia on my phone? Did they ever
They didn't go over that part.
Did they ever update that?
Who is this for?
You can play PUBG for free on Stadia right now. No downloads, installs, or patches required. There is a click to play link in the description of this video. When you click it, you can quickly join Stadia Pro for free. You'll get PUBG and more games. And you can start playing instantly. Since PUBG on Stadia supports crossplay, you'll also be able to team up with your friends playing PUBG on consoles. Thanks for joining us. We hope that what we've shown today can help you add more fun to your lives right now. We'll be back in another Stadia Connect this summer with more news to share. Join us then when we'll be showing more games headed to Stadia. Until then, for the most up-to-date news, follow us on Twitter and at our community blog. Thanks for being here with us today. See you on Stadia.
Anybody tell you you're a beast? Saying I could bring to the beach. Think about it 7 days a week. So tell me if you're rolling with me. When we go out, we go up. Never come down, we go up. When we come around, they know us. Go up, go up, go up, go up.
Just the resounding silence. It's done.
Look, here's the thing, man. It's hard. It's hard to find the positives in that, right? Like,
Yeah.
I've always wanted Stadia to succeed, and I want cloud-based gaming to succeed for sure. And I've said since this was all beginning that like Stadia needs to happen in order for this shit to succeed. Like there needs to be somebody pushing the tech forward and just committing, and they're committing. But it is kind of unfortunate to see that this is the way that they're committing. Like, I feel like everything about that, I'm struggling to find the positives from it, because I feel like it was a very archaic way to present the information. This should have been a blog post of some sort. There shouldn't have been any hype for this at all, because there was nothing to be hyped
for.
Yeah, like PUBG free now, cool, but like irrelevant information, kind of.
So I think you nailed it earlier when you said it was tone deaf. And I think that's accurate. With Kevin being like, well, I've never had it look good for me or whatever. All right, that's a different ball of wax in terms of the tech working, right? For me, it's the fact that this is very clearly Stadia trying to get good news out there, right? And show what they're working on and show how they're improving the product, but they're not. Like, they're not improving the product, right? Like, my main problems with it remain that I'm on the Stadia website and my Stadia controller to run on my phone still needs to be connected with USB. It's not through Bluetooth or Wi-Fi yet, right? It's the fact that my iPhone still can't play the games because it's still an Android thing right now. And I know that's an App Store thing, but we're talking about bigger underlying issues, I think, for the success of the platform that they haven't figured out yet. So to come out with a dog and pony show where you're going to spend, like you said, time on Doom Eternal again. You're going to spend time with people saying they like Stadia and in the middle of a Stadia Direct. Like, you're not there yet. It's cart before the horse kind of thing, right? Like, you need to lay more of this track down and get it actually anchored into the dirt before you can come out and say that, actually do the whole, hey, we're Microsoft, we're PlayStation, we're Nintendo. Here's how we're going to actually talk about our stuff.
Yeah, it's like I think that there's just the sheer reality of the product right now and what it is and everything that you just said. Like, as a user of this, it's like you have those problems and they're not being addressed. Kevin is a user of this and he wants his games to look good. Kevin has some of the best internet in America, if not the world, and he's having problems having this look good. Like, that that's unacceptable, especially for how limited the selection of games there currently are, and there probably will be for God knows how long. But yeah, to me, it's just more a presentation thing for this, where it's like none of this would upset me if it was just a tweet that we talked about on Games Daily.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah,
I guess
totally.
that's actually probably an even bigger thing, is like how much of this news would even make Games Daily if it wasn't formally announced.
Glancing at it, right, that Octopath Traveller is coming out today. I won't even, the new thing for Stadia Pro, Turing test for May, Turing test Zombie Army 4, this First-on-Stadia Crata and Wave Break.
I guess my point is, it's not, and this isn't necessarily an insult, but it definitely is a testament to the quality of this stream. I don't think any of that would have made the Roper Report. It would all have been new dates or 100%. Out today, and like that's wow, like that's real bad for a 2020 press conference, for whatever lack of a better term for what we want to call these things nowadays. Like everything about this was weird. Like there not being a link until it just went live and it was just a YouTube video. Like not the end of the world, but like that also I do think kind of takes away some pomp and circumstance of having a time for this and like a reveal to it all, because people can just jump to the end of it.
Sure. Yeah, totally.
And it's just like, I don't know. Everything about it was weird. I didn't like the doubling down on the we're working from home stuff. It's like, we know, like it's a little late for that type of messaging. Like it's clear what's happening. You don't need to spend 2 minutes of a 16-minute video explaining it. And I just feel like all the presenters, even, it's just like, who are you? Like everything about it felt the bad type of produced of, hey, we just need to announce and say some shit. What are we going to say?
And that's my thing. That's the biggest thing about it is what was the impetus behind this? Why did they think they needed to do this? And how did that decision get made to then get us to here? Because to your point, that I think all of this, would again read better as a blog post where you're speaking. Because I don't think, and I could be totally wrong, I'm talking my ass. Outside of the fact that they're giving away 2 months of Stadia Pro, which is great, obviously, and extending founders' Stadia Pro subscriptions, which is great. That has already been news. That's already made the rounds. It's already been its thing. So I can understand if somehow you miss that, you're going to tune into this and then get excited for that. But I don't think your games listing here gets people pumped for it. So the blog post, I feel, would have been speaking to the audience that already has it, that is going to be either happy, sad, or indifferent about it, but have a feeling about it that because they have a horse in the race as they are a Stadia person. Whereas I don't think this presentation came out and said, here's why you need Stadia. Here's what you should be doing right now. Like, again, if anything, it was the front of them saying 2 months free. But to your point, right, they could have easily done that exact same thing. If they would have given us all this content, we could have cut them a 90-second trailer that starts with, you have 2 minutes, you go here right now, 2 months of Stadia free, and you can play, and it's all this stuff, right? And then it's coming fall, Jedi Fallen Order, May, Turing test, Zombie 4.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yesterday, Bless and I were talking about this and kind of what we expect. And there was some Stadia news that came out yesterday about they're getting rid of the branding of Stadia Base, and it's just going to be free or whatever. And we were talking about how, like, this is so complicated right now for like Stadia's existed long enough now and had different iterations and has had enough of these Connect showings that it's like things should be a little clearer than they are when it comes to what you're talking about the USB connection, like a roadmap for the reality of what the actual gamers want. But the other side of it is for the people that don't really know what's going on. To your point, it's like this didn't really reaffirm Stadia free versus Stadia Pro. It was just kind of like, yeah, you can get Pro, and you get 2 months of Pro, but then now you can play PUBG free now, whatever. It's like, I don't know how something so simple can be expressed so complex in a way that you're just overcomplicating this. Like, I don't think any of this matters. Like, it's make this thing free. Here's the good news. You can play games right now. Like, there's no reason to be a pro right now. There's no freaking reason for it. So it's like, why would you like keep even talking about that stuff until you have shit to back it up?
Yeah, I mean, you figure the Pro gets you the free games, right? Not all of them, obviously. Well, no, the Pro gets you all the free games they were already talking about, and then what they're saying with PUBG being free on Stadia right now, that's a different ball of wax. I'm with you. That right now, my thing would be, and I think this is back to fucking high school writing class, right? But like, what is the one sentence objective of this video? What was the objective of this video? You know what I mean? Because I think
it's a reminder. is what it is.
And that's terrible. That's a terrible.
Yeah, it's real bad.
Like, what it's reminding me of, as I just said, right? Somebody who has Stadia and has it in a drawer and hasn't used it. It's reminding me of like, wait, fuck, there's still not an iPhone. I still can't play this shit on my iPhone, can I? Wait, I still can't fucking use the wireless controller on a wireless phone? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what it's reminding me of. It's not if the statement here would have been, you know, our objective is to get you, somebody who's never used Stadia, to sign up for Stadia Pro because there's free games. Okay, cool. Build the conference around that, or the presentation around that, right?
Totally, man.
Or to show you what's first on Stadia. Cool. Build the presence around that. Don't fucking open and your first game shown is Jedi Fallen Order, and then you say it's coming in the fall.
In the fall?
It's coming a full year after it came out, and that's the first thing you want to talk to me about?
Oh my God, that's so bad. And like, so here's the thing, like going back to what you're talking about what's the objective of this? Like, jokes and sarcasm aside, I really think the point of this was, hey, we're in quarantine. This is a weird time. We should like jump on this and like do something cool. Like put emphasis on free for the gamers at home that like are maybe willing to try a game that they wouldn't normally try. Yeah. Right. And I think that's evidenced by the end of this, where they're like, oh, we're still doing another thing in the summer. So this isn't their E3 conference, quote unquote. Right.
Yeah.
But compare that to what PlayStation just did. PlayStation, hey, Journey's free and the Nathan Drake collection's free. It's like, oh, what's a better value?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like they did the exact same thing of, hey, we're going to take advantage of the situation. They just did it in the best way possible with a blog post with amazing news that speaks for itself.
And that's the thing, you know, it's they're missing the objective. Some people over here were pointing out earlier in the thing too of like Xbox Game Pass comes out and announces like more games than this in a blog post, not even making a big deal about it, right? That's how they're doing it,
including Red Dead.
Yeah, this one I think missed the mark because I don't think it had a clear mark to go for.
Mm-hmm.
It's trying. It's again Stadia getting cart in front of the horse here, where they have from the beginning wanted to compete like they are a PlayStation and Xbox and Nintendo, and they are not. They are very much still building to that point where they're an actual, not even threat and competitor. I know I'm thinking in a very old school terminology, but where there's actually a reason where I think you as a gamer would look at them and actually be like, what do I want to? Where do I want to go with this? What do I want to do with this? I don't think that exists right now. And I know there's plenty of people who are in the video, and I see people on the Stadia subreddits too. I still check in, that are like, no, Stadia is the shit, man. And I think I get loving the tech and I get loving a cloud library. I want cloud gaming. I'm very excited for xCloud. I'm very excited to see what happens to Stadia further out. But like, this is the lineup they just gave you, right? Where like, again, they're opening with Fallen Order. They're reminding you that Doom Eternal is coming, the Doom Eternal is out. Like, then Octopath, great. Rock of Ages 3 in June. Okay, Stadia, Turing test in Zombie Army 4 for May for Stadia Pro. Crata, okay. Stadia Pro this summer. Wavebreak, Ember, Get Packed, PUBG, Stadia free now. Somebody said over here in the things that Stadia or we've been saying PUBG is just free, which I thought it was, but I think it might be. They're saying it might be free only with Pro as well.
And that was not clear because of how they presented it. That wasn't clear at all. They said free.
True. They did.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get a real answer on that.
Yeah, again, it's just a bummer because I want them to succeed. And
yeah, according to 9 to 5 Google, PUBG is available on Google Stadia today and free with Pro subscription.
Yeah, I want this to work, and I'm very excited to see xCloud come through, and with Game Pass, and really it comes down to messaging, and I feel like that's the if anything Google's failing right now, it's messaging, and
yep.
That is the one thing that I think Xbox has been prepping for, and they're going to be able to come forward and just be like, hey, this is what this is. Boom. You can play your Xbox games.
Dude, and that's the thing about it. Like, I know that from the beginning of this, I've been very bullish on streaming. I think streaming's fucking rad. I can't wait to see how it all goes. It's funny that I was so gung-ho on streaming because we travel so much, and now we're locked down and can't go anywhere. However, like, Stadia wanted to be first out to make their name. They have definitely made a name for themselves, and I do not think it's the name they want. And if Xbox can deliver on the vision it's talked about for xCloud this year with the beta and expanding to all things and including all of your Xbox library and Xbox Game Pass, they're going to eat Stadia's fucking lunch. Like, they're going to destroy them.
Yeah. It's exciting times.
It is. We're like angrily being like, what the fuck was this presentation? Why did I wake up early for this?
No, totally. I mean, like that sucks. It's just, it leaves a bad taste in everyone's mouths. So whatever. I'm at least excited that we just got our first taste of some game announcements, even if they weren't anything I'm interested in. I've been missing this. I've been missing like being able to see some stuff. And I miss you too, Greg. But I'm very excited to see what happens with PlayStation and Xbox and Ubisoft and like where is E3? I know E3 doesn't exist right now, but like there was a lot of promises that we're going to get replacement shows, and we haven't heard anything about it. And it's May in a couple days. Like that's, we have the IGN Summer of Gaming. What is that? I'm excited that we don't know, but it's getting to the point where I'm like, okay, I need to know.
But you want to know? Didn't you hear Cyberpunk's going to be there?
That's awesome. Like that's really cool. But also, like, what is that going to be?
They're going to be there. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Isn't it weird though that like they announced, it's coming in June. We're doing our show in June. June what?
I don't think it. I mean, yes, no, but it's a weird year, right? I think they announced that, so it's basically like they shoot the flare in the air of like, hey, I mean, very publicly it's in this conversation. Like, I get emails every day of like, hey, are you guys doing a Kind of Funny Game showcase? Like, I think people are trying to figure out who's doing what, so they can figure out where to go with content.
Yeah.
And so I think that's why they did it, and I think it's also to mark their spot and be like, hey, heads up, we're fucking doing this. So if you're let's start spreading the word so GameSpot and Twinfinite don't do something on the same, or Kind of Funny doesn't do something on the same fucking day.
In the same month.
You know how Pear Schneider is. He always wants to mark his territory.
I do, man. He's just peeing everywhere like a puppy. Right?
Yeah, no, that's correct. That is, I mean, dogs in general, they still pee to mark their territory. It's not just a puppy thing. But
This has been our live reaction to the Stadia Connect. Not the last of the year. We will continue to do these as long as they continue to make them.
We'll see you in summer for that Orcs Must Die one. We're fucking stoked.
Can't wait, man. But anyways, we have a whole bunch of content here for people watching live. We got Kind of Funny Games Daily coming up soon. Then we have Clerks in Review. Very exciting stuff. After that, a Predator Hunting Ground stream, once again featuring Greg Miller. And for Patreon supporters,
do you know what the stream is? The actual stream is?
You guys hunting the Predator.
Al
Tribesman. I love it. You guys are super smart. Who's doing it? Is it you and Nick?
It's me, Nick, Blessing, and Andy. Like we are it's all Kind of Funny versus Al Tribesman, the Predator.
I love that. That is fantastic. And then for Patreon Kind of Funny supporters, we are doing the podcast later. So cool stuff, guys. Till then, peace.